This is London. It's November the 19th and the Lyceum in the Strand. Focal point tonight for Miss World 1965. And here is your host for tonight, David Jacobs.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome from me to this, the big night in London. I think it's true to say that I'm one of the last men to have walked along this platform for the last 30 minutes. For here are gathered girls from all over the world to compete for the Miss World title of 1965. We're going to begin with the Grand Parade, which this year will all take place in national costume. After I've introduced the first one, the rest will be introduced by the organizer, Mr. Eric Morley. Let's begin then, ladies and gentlemen, with Miss Argentine.
Miss Australia. Miss Austria. Miss Belgium. Miss Bolivia. Miss Brazil. Miss Canada. Miss Ceylon. Miss Colombia. Miss Costa Rica. Miss Cyprus. Miss Denmark. Miss Ecuador. Miss Finland. Miss France. Miss Gambia. Miss Germany. Miss Gibraltar. Miss Greece. Miss Holland. Miss Honduras. Miss Iceland. Miss Ireland. Miss Israel. Miss Italy. Miss Jamaica. Miss Japan. Miss Jordan. Miss Korea. Lebanon. Miss Liberia. Miss Luxembourg. Miss Malaysia. Miss Malta. Miss Morocco. Miss New Zealand. Miss Peru. Miss Rhodesia. Miss South Africa. Miss Suriname. Miss Sweden. Miss Syria. Miss Tahiti. Miss Tunisia. Miss United Kingdom. Miss United States of America. Miss Uruguay. And finally, Miss Venezuela.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the A to Z of the Grand Parade. 48 beautiful girls battling for this year's title, Miss World 1965. Ladies and gentlemen, I must just tell you that that Grand Parade you've just seen on your screen was in fact recorded at the Lyceum earlier. Since then, the judges have seen all 48 girls not only in evening dress but also in swimsuits. And now we are down to the final 15, and I must tell you that I have just left backstage 33 very beautiful and very disappointed young ladies. So now, before we make the announcements as to which of those girls, which of the 15 you're going to see again, I'd like to introduce you to our very eminent panel of judges responsible for making 33 girls very disappointed and 15 girls very excited indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, judge number one, perhaps the fastest man on earth, Mr. Donald Campbell. Judge number two, a leading lady of the French cinema and theatre, now resident of London, Martine Caron. A very welcome judge indeed, a man who started his life as a cricketer, went through politics and is now back in London, acting as a lawyer in London. Welcome again to Sir Lady Constantine. On the other side of our runway, we have an actor, a visitor from America, no stranger to our screens, Mr. Broderick Crawford. A lady whose face is one of the most photographed in the world, once Henrietta Tearx, now the Marchioness of Tavistock. one of Britain's biggest box office stars, Mr. Stanley Baker. On the other table, we're very glad to welcome to our program His Highness the Maharaja of Baroda. The next judge is a young lady who's just completed a film in Hollywood with Mr. Elvis Presley. Before that, she was with Tony Curtis. Now, she's with us, Susanna Lee. And our final judge tonight, one of our favorite singers from America, Johnny Mathis. Now, in this pocket and on a little piece of paper, I do have a list of 15 young ladies who are being recalled. There are 16, I've been told, so there are only 32 disappointed young ladies. Yes, 16, in fact. And I just wonder how they, the judges' choice, has gone on with yours at home. So let's get those 15 girls out now in alphabetical orders. And the first one is Miss Austria. Miss Canada. Miss Costa Rica. Miss Denmark. Miss Finland. Miss France. Miss Germany. Miss Ireland. Miss Japan. Miss Korea. Miss New Zealand. Miss Rhodesia. Miss Sweden. Miss Tahiti. Miss United Kingdom. Miss United States of America. Well, there you are, ladies and gentlemen, 16 very beautiful girls. I wonder just how the judge's choice was like yours. But now, before we see the girls again, we'll see all 16 of them. Next time, you'll see them in swimsuits. But before we do that, it's my pleasure to introduce another beauty. In fact, a Miss World of 1961. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Rosemary Franklin. First of tonight's cabaret stars, fast-kicking Lionel Blair.
Well, I'm sure we all know the work of our first guest tonight, Lionel Blair. He's kicked his way through many a television screen. And so, as it's ladies' night, we'll concentrate on Miss World 1961, Rosemary Franklin. Well, it was 4 years ago since she won the title. Then she was 18, and she told me earlier today that she thinks she's a woman now, which is a reasonable claim. In those 4 years, she's been modelling, making films, working on television, and would like to be known as Rosemary Franklin, actress. She's been dancing quite a lot with Lionel Blair in the last 2 years. In fact, they made a film together, The Beauty Jungle. Let's watch them dancing together now.
Our thanks, ladies and gentlemen, to Rosemary Franklin and Lionel Blair. They may be fast-kicking. I just hope that our young ladies are fast-changing, because we're now going to see the 16 young ladies you saw before in the evening dresses in swimsuits. If they're not ready, I'll have to do a quick change myself. However, we'll begin, as we began before, first of all, with Miss Austria.
Now the interesting facts and figures. Miss Austria, Ingrid Kopetsky, is 21 years old. She measures 35, 24, 35, a blue-eyed blonde, and she's a model.
Miss Canada.
Carol Ann Tybee is Miss Canada. She's 18 years old. Her measurements are 38, 24, 37. Her hair is black, her eyes are hazel, and she too is a model.
Miss Costa Rica.
Marta Escalante, who is 20 years old. 34, 24, 34. Black hair, green eyes, and she doubles as a student and a secretary.
Miss Denmark.
Miss Denmark is Yvonne Ekman. She's 20 years old. 35, 23, 35, a blue-eyed blonde, and she works as a photographic fashion model.
Miss Finland.
Raija Lisa Salminen, who is 19 years old. She measures 36, 23, 36. She has brown eyes and black hair, and she is a model.
Miss France.
Christiane Sibelin, 23 years old. 38, 24, 38. Her hair is brown, and so her eyes. And her job is she is a restaurant manageress.
Miss Germany.
Karen Schutzer is Miss Germany. She's 24 years old. She measures 38, 26, 38. She is another blue-eyed blonde, and she works as a fashion designer.
Miss Ireland.
Gladys Waller, who is 21 years old. 36, 24, 36. Blue eyes, brown hair, and a mannequin.
Miss Japan.
Yoko Oguchi, who is 20 years old. She measures 36, 22, 35. Black eyes with hair to match, and she stays at home.
Miss Korea.
Yui Hee Ri is Miss Korea. She is 20 years old and measures 36, 23, 36. Her hair is black, her eyes are dark brown, and she is a student.
Miss New Zealand.
Gay Phelps, Miss New Zealand, 21 years old. 36, 24, 36, with raven hair and brown eyes. She's studying to be a teacher.
Miss Rhodesia.
Leslie Bunting, 22 years old, 37, 25, 37, honey hair, blue eyes, and she is an honors undergraduate.
Miss Sweden.
Britt-Marie Lindblad, who is 21, 34, 23, 34, a blue-eyed blonde and another model.
Miss Tahiti.
Mari Tapare, who is 20 years old and measures 38, 23, 38, black hair, brown eyes. And she works in a government tourist bureau.
Miss United Kingdom.
This is Leslie Langley. She's 21 and she measures 37, then 24, another 37. Her eyes are blue and she's a blonde and a model.
Miss United States of America.
"19 years old Deanna Lynn Batts, 37, 23, 37, a blonde, blue eyes, and a freelance model.
And now, as Miss United States of America comes back upstage to join her 15 colleagues here on the stage, I will ask them to line up so that the judges and you at home can make your final choice. Now then, I wonder who you would choose for the final say. There they are, ladies and gentlemen, 16 young ladies, some of whom do not speak, as probably you know, a word of English. They do actually speak one word because Eric Morley has taught them. And I will now see whether that word that he's taught them, I'll get himself mixed up, will work. The word, ladies, if you're listening, is turn. Turn. I rather like it that way round. Turn. You could almost say it for me.
Turn.
They only work to the word of command of a man. There they are, ladies and gentlemen. We will now wait to see whether our judges have finished what they have to do. And the moment they have done that, I will ask our ladies to lead off. At this particular moment, while you're looking at them, I'm looking at our judges. Charlie Mathis is having a terrible argument, it seems, with Susanna Lee. And it's not, I'll show you, an argument. They're laughing. Right. Ladies, if you will lead off, if Miss Austria will lead the parade, thank you. Right, ladies and gentlemen, you've seen 16 young ladies. And now, whilst Charles Jacobs, the scrutineer, who's no relation at all, I assure you, is assessing the judges' marks, we will now meet a young lady who is, in fact, just within 10 minutes of taking off her crown and ceasing to be Miss World. She was Miss World of 1964, who we wonder will be Miss World of 1965. Here is our very own Miss Anne Sidney. Anne, good evening and welcome.
Good evening. Thank you very much.
Anne, I feel I should really ask you.
What is this year meant to me?
I wasn't going to ask you that.
Well, but you must, because
Why must I do that?
Well, because everybody expects me to know the answer, and I do know the answer.
You do? Well, I wasn't going to, but I do know that you've had a wonderful year because we've got a film
You have?
we're now going to show our viewers
Oh, marvellous.
of your marvellous year. Will you, while they're watching that, tell us some of the highlights of it? What are
Yes,
the
I'd
best
love
things
to.
that stick out in your mind?
Well, there's so many things, David, that it's impossible really for me to say. I started off really with the Bob Hope show, and I went to Korea, Thailand, and Vietnam, and entertained the American troops, and they were marvellous. All those GIs are really marvellous, you know. And then I had an International War Secretariat contract to model and publicise wool, and I went all over America and Canada and Australia, New Zealand, and of course Europe. And it really has been marvellous. In fact, it's impossible to convey how marvellous it's been.
Something seemed to have happened to you just now. You had some sort of a drink that didn't seem to be too good.
Where? Oh, schnapps.
Oh,
in
was it?
Austria. Yes, actually, it's terribly embarrassing because you must love everything. Wherever you go, you must love the drinks and whatever it is. And I had schnapps and I coughed like mad and I couldn't do a thing about it, you know. It was terribly embarrassing.
You must have met during the year an enormous number of people. Any idea how many?
Oh, millions of people, but they've all been marvellous.
Anybody
and,
stick out in your mind particularly?
You.
Oh, thank you. I guess, but I
At the
realize.
end of my year.
Yes, but apart from that,
Well, I think everybody. I've met some lovely people. And it's the people I remember, not the places.
now, Anne, we've just seen a film of the highlights of your
Uh-huh.
year. What about the sad part of it? Were there any
Well, the
moments?
sad part is that I frighten all the men away.
You're joking.
Well, I do really. I was asked on a program once, what would I take with me on a desert island? And I answered a man, and they were so shocked. But it seemed quite sane to me.
I
at the
didn't
time.
actually think anybody was shocked by anything on the television these days. However, what about the future for Miss Anne Sidney?
Well, I'm going to be a witch.
A witch?
And
Which
I'm
witch?
going to frighten all the men away again, but still, she can always cast a spell and bring them back.
Where are you going to do this?
I'm going to play a witch in Macbeth, actually, in Manchester with a new repertory company.
Now,
so
Anne, I'm
fingers
going to
crossed.
interrupt you because what does it feel like to be backstage at this minute?
Well, if they feel anything like I did last year, they probably want to spend a penny or something.
Well, they've had their time. You gave it to them. Thank you very much indeed for being
Thank
with us,
you.
Anne Sidney. Thank you. And now, ladies and gentlemen, in a moment we will have the exact names or the countries represented by the seven girls who will reappear on your screen. In actual fact, I will not be announcing them and they won't be announced alphabetically. But to do that and to talk to the seven girls, here's a young gentleman who's a very well-known voice and a face of BBC television. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Michael Aspel.
Thank you very much, David. You might know the face, but you haven't seen the trousers very often. I'd like to say that you know, of course, the competitors have been assessed for beauty in their evening dress and for deportment, etc., in their bathing costumes. And now it comes to personality and speech. I was dreading, in fact, that this would be very awkward. There'll be some unpleasant silences. I've been studying all these foreign languages, including Wolof and Mandingo, very beautiful tongues, which one of the girls speaks, but in fact, I don't think I'm going to need it. So don't forget, these last seven I'm about to announce are not in alphabetical order or any other as it comes to that. So I call upon first, Miss Rhodesia. Miss Rhodesia is Leslie Bunting. Now, Leslie, you're an undergrad, an honours undergrad. What exactly are you studying?
I'm studying for a French degree.
And what will you do with it?
Well, I'm hoping to enter a diplomatic corps.
I see, yes. Now, I hear also that you you plan to invest money if you win. Does this mean you're a business girl as well as an intellectual?
No, I'm afraid I'm hopeless with money. Absolutely hopeless.
What are you good at? What are your other interests?
Well, I love to ride and to read, and I do a little modeling at home.
We hear that Rhodesia has one of the most perfect climates in the world. Is this true?
It's very, very beautiful, yes. So much sunshine.
What do you think of London, then?
I love London.
Would you like to?
Absolutely love it.
Would you like to come back when the weather is better?
I'd love to come back any time to London.
Thank you very much indeed, Miss Rhodesia. And now, Miss Tahiti. Miss Tahiti is Mari Tapare. Mari, now you're training to be a school teacher.
I have been already. I don't speak very well my English.
But it
I have
sounds
been.
like. Yes, you are training to be a teacher.
No, not yet. No more now.
Oh, you've stopped?
Now I am hostess in tourism office.
A travel bureau.
Yes.
To try to get people to come to Tahiti.
Yes.
I'm sure they
That's
need
right.
to. Do you travel very much yourself?
I have gone already in America.
America?
Yes, and France, and now in London.
Which is your favorite country?
Oh, I love all the three countries.
Oh, very diplomatic indeed. I have heard it said that women of Tahiti don't have any teeth because of something wrong with the water, but as they say in England, you have a perfect set of gnashers. Thank you very much indeed, Miss Tahiti. And now, Miss Austria. Miss Austria is Ingrid Kopetsky. Ingrid, I'm going to speak to you in German, if you'd like to stand there so they can see you. And I touched you, I'm marvelous. Wo sind Sie zu Hause? Where do you live?
I live in Vienna.
Oh, you speak English well, too. You are an artist as well as a model. What do you paint?
Yes, I paint in oil. Pictures.
People or
No, the nature.
nature?
Yes,
I
nature.
see. Which would you want to do most, to be an artist, an actress, or what?
Yes, I like to be an actress when it's possible.
I'm sure it is. What would you do with the money?
Oh, I will buy me a flat or something, I don't know.
Would you stay in Austria or would you like to work abroad?
No, I like to stay in the whole world, if it's possible.
How far have you been so far? Which other
Yes,
countries?
I have been, last time I was in Africa.
Africa?
Yes, for skin diving.
They never told me about this and I haven't got time to find out. Thank you very much, Miss Austria. And now, Miss USA. Miss USA is Diana Lynn Batts. A little bit forward, Diana, they can see you. Now, where is your home in America?
Falls Church, Virginia.
I understand that you won't be tasting any English tea while you're here. Is this correct?
No, I'm a Mormon, and it's against our religion to smoke, drink, or drink any alcoholic beverage or tea or coffee.
Well, there you are. Are you a full-time model? You're allowed to do this, of course.
No, I'm a part-time model, and I am allowed to do it.
What are you doing apart from modeling?
Well, right now, I was a secretary at the Pentagon for the Department of the Air Force, but when I won my title, I wasn't able to hold both jobs, so now I'm just reigning as Miss USA.
I heard you want to study to be an actress, to take a degree in this.
Yes, I'd like to go to Brigham Young University and major in dramatics, or I'd like to take a course in New York. I understand there's some very good schools there.
Well, this is what Napoleon Solo did, the man from U.N.C.L.E. He got it as well, but he doesn't look half so nice. Thank you very much indeed, Miss USA. Let's have another look. Thank you very much. And Miss United Kingdom. Miss United Kingdom is Leslie Langley. Leslie, whereabouts in the old country are you from?
Well, I come from the south coast in Dorset, Weymouth. Tiny little seaside town.
You're not the only one by the sound of it. Have you
No.
been in for many contests before?
A few I've been in for, yes. Not many big ones, though.
How do you feel about, it's an obvious question, feeling in the footsteps of the last year's champion? Does it make you nervous?
Yes, very. It's quite a challenge, actually. She's a very beautiful girl to follow, I think.
What's it like backstage?
Oh, gosh, nerve-wracking. It really is.
Are you all good friends?
Oh, yes, we really are. We get on very well together. They're very nice girls.
You've done a bit of filming already, I believe.
Yes, I was a pilot in Goldfinger, actually. One of Pussy Galore's flying circus.
You've been seen by almost everyone here, I'm sure. Did you have to actually do any flying?
No, I didn't, actually, no. It's all done in a studio. I tell everybody I can fly, but I can't do anything.
Well, we're all up several thousand feet just watching. Thank you very much indeed, Miss United Kingdom. And now, Miss Ireland. Miss Ireland is Gladys Waller. Hello, Gladys. Now, I gather that you're very much an indoor and an outdoor girl.
Yes, I am indeed. I love outdoor life.
What sort of outdoor life?
Well, I love horse riding. I like everything. Shooting. Well, following the shooting crowd. And, I love fresh air.
I see that you have quite dedicated ambitions.
Yes, I would love to go on a tour, a world tour to promote world peace, but I don't know if this is possible. Yeah, I just love to do this.
Would you like to do charity work full-time?
Yes, I would love to do it full-time.
And you'd be prepared to travel to do this?
Oh, yes, I would love to travel.
Are you not interested in marriage?
Well, not at the moment, anyway.
There's bags of time. Have you done many competitions like this?
No, I've just entered one before.
And straight to the top again. Thank you very much indeed, Gladys.
Thank you very much.
And the last name I have to announce in the final 7 is Miss Canada. Miss Canada is Carol Ann Tidy, which is a very good name for a beauty queen. Just there, Karen. You started very young in this business.
Yes, actually, I was only 6 months old. My mother entered me in a baby contest, and I won first prize.
Have you grown a little since then, in fact? How tall are you?
I'm 5'8".
Does this make, what most Canadian fellows, are they big lads?
About the same as anywhere else, I guess.
That was a daft question, I'm sorry. I've read that you want to be a writer.
Yes, I would very much like to write. At the end of the year, I'm hoping to write a book on my experiences as Miss Dominion of Canada.
Have there been many interesting experiences?
Oh, yes, very many. This is one of them.
Of course. Do you want to be a novelist?
Yes, I think so. And for my life work, I like to go into copywriting and advertising.
Well, good luck. Thank you very much indeed. You go there.
And now, as Miss Canada has joined the other 6 contestants, this is the last time that you and the judges will have of looking at these 7 young ladies. I wonder which one you've picked. Perhaps, even like me, the one you picked didn't come into the last 7. Soon we will know the answer to the burning question, ladies and gentlemen. Who will be Miss World of 1965? Well, of course, this is the moment. We always feel sorry at this particular moment for the young ladies who are not winning, but there's got to be a winner, and tonight there have to be 47 losers. But here's a gentleman with a kindly word of advice and encouragement for each and every one of the 7 on the stage now. Unbiased, I'm sure, is Ronnie Carroll.
Hey, you're adorable. Hey, you're so beautiful. See, you're a cutie full of charms. D, you're a darling. And E, you're exciting. And F, you're a feather in my arms. G, you look good to me. H, you're all so heavenly. Pity if you should lose. It's fun to wander through a music scale with you. I wonder who they're going to choose. Around the world I've searched for you. I traveled on when hope was gone to keep a rendezvous. I knew somewhere, sometime, somehow you'd look at me and I would see the smile you're smiling now. It might have been in County Down or in New York in Gay Paris or even London town. No more will I go all around the world, for I have found my world in you.
Well, you've already had fleeting looks backstage this evening, but now we're right in amongst the last seven. 7 girls, 5 prizes, 2 disappointments to come. And one of these girls is Miss World 1965. But which one? Well, this camera will be on again in a few moments, watching live the moment when the announcements are made. I wouldn't like to choose, and Ronnie Carroll seems a little confused as to who it was, and where, and why, and what. Oh well.
It might have been in County Down or in New York, in Gay Paris, or even London town. No more will I go all around the world, for I have found my world miss her so sadly. How can I tell her I love her? Oh, I would give my heart gladly, but each day that she walks to the sea, she looks straight ahead, not at me. A-walking, and when she passes, I smile, but she doesn't see. No, she doesn't see. She just doesn't see. If I had my way, dear, you'd never grow, and sunshine I'd bring every day. You would reign all alone like a queen on a throne.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much, Ronnie Carroll. Now the time has come for the results. Who is Miss World? Before we make the announcements, it's my pleasure to introduce to you the joint chairman of Mecca Limited, who will make the awards. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Alan B. Fairley. I would just like to remind you that Miss World contest is put on in aid of children's charities in association with the Variety Club of Great Britain. And now, to announce the results, here's the organizer of Miss World, Mr. Eric Morley.
Results in reverse order, starting with the 5th position. 5th is Miss Tahiti.
And Miss Tahiti receives a cheque for £100 and a silver trophy.
4th, Miss Austria.
Miss Austria's prize, beside the silver trophy, is £150.
3rd, Miss Ireland.
A cheque this time, £250, and a tiara.
The runner-up to Miss World, Miss United States of America.
One to go, and the prize this time, £500.
Now a young lady who receives a cheque for £2,500, a screen test by Columbia Pictures, Miss World 1965, Miss United Kingdom.
So the new Miss World is once again Miss United Kingdom, Leslie Langley, who is 21 years old. Her statistics, to remind you, 37, 24, 37. She's a blue-eyed blonde and a model. The cloak is placed around her shoulders. And now it's the turn of Anne Sidney, the retiring Miss World, to place the crown on her head. Always a tricky operation. Will it work tonight? All in one go. Mr. Alan Fairley presents the trophy to her. She will then get her sceptre, and the regalia is complete.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, let us salute Miss World 1965.